This is an English version of the Swedish radio show Sommar i P1 with Felix Kjellberg, more commonly known as PewDiePie. Sommar is a radio show where a person is given free hands to speak about whatever they want and play whatever music they want. Due to copyright reasons, the music in the program is abridged.
Oh god. Oh great, blood already. We're so dead. Oh shit. Oh god. Okay, it doesn't look good for us. It doesn't look good for us at all. Oh Jesus Christ. Oh, whoa, okay, I'm doing. Whoa! Oh god, what is going on? No. No. Oh no! I'm going abroad for a week. I'm meeting someone IRL. That's what I'd written on the note that I left in my parents' kitchen after dropping out of my industrial economics program at Chalmers University of Technology. I was going to travel abroad for the first time by myself. I was leaving my family in Gothenburg to meet my girlfriend in real life and spend my days playing video games, full time. My name is Felix Kjellberg, better known as PewDiePie or PewDiePie. I record myself playing video games. 29 million people subscribe to my videos.
There's a man going round taking names, and he decides who to free and who to blame. There'll be a golden ladder reaching down when the man comes around.
The man comes around, Johnny Cash. My name is Felix Kjellberg, better known as PewDiePie. I'm often called the world's most unknown celebrity, which is not that far from the truth. Some of you that are listening might already know who I am, but I still think many of you that are listening are only doing so out of routine or curiosity, and you are wondering right now, PewDiePie, what is that? If you have kids, you might have heard me shouting and screaming from your kids' computers. About a year ago, I was in Singapore to receive an award at a ceremony known as the Social Media Awards. After I had recovered from the long trip, I needed to go downstairs to the lobby to get a new keycard because my other one had stopped working. When the doors to the elevator opened on the bottom floor, I was faced with hundreds of people screaming their lungs out. Out of pure shock, I retreated back into the elevator, but after a few seconds, I carefully peeked my head out. What were they shouting at? Hundreds of people with signs and posters in front of me started shouting again, PewDiePie! After a couple of minutes of autographs and photos, one of the security guards of the hotel started pulling my arm, telling me it's better for my safety if I came with them. Back inside the elevator, the security guards asked me what all the commotion was about. I told them I didn't really get it either. PewDiePie is mainly just me recording myself playing video games. The only place this exists on is YouTube, a community on the internet where anyone can upload movies and videos. Traditional media is pulling their hair out over this new phenomenon. Many kids, teenagers, and young adults don't watch TV anymore. They watch YouTube on their computers. A comparison would be a normal episode of the US TV show Dancing with the Stars. That's how many views I have on an average on every single video clip I upload. I try to upload a couple every day, averaging about 10 minutes.
Tell me any line that you want. It's more than unknown. You said I let your son. And should I let upon the ones we love and rinse the blood?
A darkness rises up, broken records. Okay, This is my studio, a couple of square feet, and very hot. No fancy schmancy text or anything. Just everything is simple, really. Anyone could be able to make these videos from here. I have a camera, a nice microphone, 2 screens, which I need for streaming because then I can separate all the software. Here's all the things I need for playing. I got my joystick, and I also have my Oculus Rift, which we're gonna use today, which is... It kind of looks like a pair of ski goggles, but once you put them on, you step into another world. It's a virtual reality headset. I try to test 3 new games in each video. There's a ton of games released every day, luckily. The hard part is to choose the right ones and be the first one with them. It takes a lot of time to search for these games. I want to find them and not know too much about them. So I have a secret list of games that I want to record myself playing. It's indie games, preferably the ridiculous ones, and not any AAA title games. Some take a long time to play, others barely any time at all. I play for as long as they last. I prefer not to repeat myself in the videos. There's no preparation, no manuals, just full steam from the start. I turn into PewDiePie when the game starts. I speak English then, and maybe my transformation is easier because of that. When I started, I spoke Swedish, but since I learned English through playing video games, it's easier to speak English. And I think that's why my transformation into PewDiePie is easier. Alright, everything is set up, and now I'm gonna start playing. 3, 2, 1. How's it going, bros? My name's PewDiePie. So today, we're gonna play some horror games on the Oculus. The first one is called Deep Down in Space. 3, 2, 1. Alright. Cool. Alright, we're going down in the basement. Oh god, I don't like this. I'm sure nothing bad will be down here. Except a lot of probably aliens that want to... Oh god, I think I heard something. Hello? Don't eat me. I'm Swedish, we don't taste good. Oh god. Oh, oh. There's definitely aliens down here. Oh my god. I still hear him. What am I supposed to do? No. No. Oh no. Alright, I'm all alone at this graveyard in the middle of the night, and I'm here to punch some fruit. Okay, bring it on, fruits. You think you can mess with me? Bam! Ow, right in my face. Oh god, oh yeah! That's how it's done. You think you can mess with me? I'm the fruit knit man skeleton. I don't know what I am. There we go. Screw you, melon. Yeah! Oh god, I think I get one and I get proud. Oh, it looks so weird. Oh god, so many. I'm sure you're wondering, how can this be so popular? What makes so many people willing to sit in front of their computers and watch someone else play video games? That's completely nuts. Obviously, you rather play the game yourself, right? But actually, those who watch video clips on YouTube are engaged and connected on a completely different level than when watching traditional television. You can comment directly under each video clip, which for me is how I decide what I should include in my videos. I get instant feedback, I get suggestions on what games I should play, which videos are more fun than others, what I should do in the videos, and what questions they want answered. I also try to reply to fan mail and have Q&As on Twitter. Because of the internet, the distance between the consumer and creator has become shorter than ever. There's no editor, no sales department, no audience research division. I spend a lot of time listening to my viewers' input because it's for them I exist. Do you remember the last movie you watched on television? Who'd created it? What does the daily life of that person look like? What does he or she care about you? Do you even care? Probably not. It might seem absurd, but it's true. These questions are obvious for a dedicated YouTube viewer. These viewers aren't just passively watching someone else playing video games. They're sitting together with someone else playing video games. That small detail makes all the difference, and I think that's one of the big reasons why my video clips have been watched more than 5 billion times online. A couple of you listening in right now have probably thought to yourself once or twice, kids these days, the only thing they do is sit in front of the computer all day. Back in my days, it was different. Well, that's true, but it's also quite easy to forget how much of your own time is spent in front of the television or whatever, and just watching without caring what's on, just letting the images flutter by. Yes, physical activity and exercise is important to all of us, but instead of criticizing young people and what they consume as entertainment, wouldn't it be better to try and listen and understand why is it so important for them? I get emails from fans describing to me how much my videos have meant for them and how important my work is for them on a daily basis. It is for many people an escape. We have fun playing together despite the fact that many of our games are very violent. I play a lot of horror games as PewDiePie, and my favorite book is The Long Ships, a saga of the Viking Age by Frans G. Bengtsson. And it's not exactly a bed of roses either. The violent part of these games are often criticized, despite the fact that there's just as much physical violence and aggression in books, movies, newscasts, and traditional sport. I call myself a pacifist, and I've never been even close to a fist fight. My parents have told me that I didn't want to play soccer as a kid because I don't like games where you take things from others. It's supposedly what I told them. It's hard for me to wrap my head around exactly why my videos are so important to people. But after meeting some of my fans in person, fans that are alone, ill, or even suffering from cancer, telling me how they actually recuperated from these incredibly hard treatments, and that my videos has been what brought a smile to their face and that I've kept them company during their hard times. If that's not a good enough reason to do what I do, I'm not sure what is. If I'd seen PewDiePie when I was 15 years old, I would probably have had him as my imaginary friend and been very jealous of him. I would want to be like him.
Open your eyes, I see. Your eyes are open. Always I wanna be with you and make believe with you and live in harmony, harmony all around. I wanna be with you and make believe with you and live in harmony, harmony all around.
Always erasure. I've been on YouTube for almost 4 years. 4 really short years that's flown by with the speed of light. And it has changed my life in ways I couldn't imagine. Today, my YouTube channel is the biggest one in the world. PewDiePie has the most subscribers and the most views of any channel. I've gotten the opportunity to travel around the world together with my girlfriend, and I got the job of my dreams. But 4 years ago, the story was completely different. 4 years ago, I was going through the worst period of my life. I was a troubled and broody teenager living my life in the online game World of Warcraft. In the game, I created my own character. I played so much that every waking thought was dedicated to the game and where I was in it. Like everything else that interests me, I had dived in headfirst and gone deep. I found something that suited me, and suddenly nothing else was fun or even important in the world around me. I went too far, and my gaming had a negative effect on me. I became introvert and passive, a not uncommon effect among lost teenager, but not meeting actual people was not healthy for me. We thought we socialized when we played and hung out in the game online, but it couldn't replace reality. What if I could meet PewDiePie in my dark room then? Maybe then I could have actually bring myself to reply to my parents' constant and worried nagging about sitting home and play video games all day won't take you anywhere in life.
It's a dirty world, say what you're like. Whether lower Illuminati and we aim to the press. The sky is sacrilege. This is a golden age of protest.
I never been a person looking for attention, but rather quite introvert and quite shy. Once I actually find something that I like to do, I do it at 100%. For me, it's always been easy to combine video games with other activities, such as Lego when I was a kid, or when I was older, play guitar and get good grades in school. I ended up studying industrial economics at Chalmers University of Technology. But I couldn't see myself in any of my classmates aspiring to be CEOs or management consultants. I had no clue of what I wanted to do, but I knew then it wasn't that. Always something. Around this time, I'd started to upload gaming videos on YouTube for the first time. These early movies didn't have my voice in them, or only fun edits of games. Just the thought of recording myself alone in a room playing games, that's so absurd. What if anyone actually sees me recording myself? I would die. God. But at least it was something exciting, and just getting 20 subscribers to my channel was a major milestone that I'll never forget. I was ecstatic. Sure, it wasn't many, but it was enough for me to know that someone was actually watching me. Through my video clips on YouTube, I became more and more comfortable in opening up myself to others. Something that hadn't happened in a long, long time. I had, just like many other teenagers, turned inwards and stopped being who I really was. All this happened while school became less interesting and creating videos became more and more interesting. Finally, there was a point where I wasn't going to continue my studies. Breaking the news to my parents that I was dropping out of the dream school to sit and, well, do YouTube wasn't easy. But that was never really the reason either. Because I didn't really know what I wanted to do with my life. All I knew is that I wanted to get away, but I didn't know where that was. Starting a career on YouTube was not even on the map. But it was what made me happy, and as long as I didn't have to strive for a future that I didn't want, well, that was enough for me. Finally, my parents accepted the situation and told me to go out and look for a job. You'll never get a job as things look right now, they told me. So, I took the first job that came my way, selling hot dogs. Just a couple of minutes away from Chalmers, my old school. That was so awkward. Some of my classmates, some that I barely knew, stopped by from time to time. So, you dropped out of school to sell hot dogs? Thinking about it now, it was utterly absurd. To get into industrial economics at Chalmers, you need straight A's, and here I was selling hot dogs. But somehow, I was happier than I've been for a long time.
Why did you leave me alone in that black cavernous
point. And you know that I know that it's you who's all alone. Out on the fringe we get high and unhinged, and the outcasts are in, pressing skin on the skin.
High and unhinged, les savifab. The idea was that I was going back to school after a while, but thank God I didn't have to. At this point, I hadn't earned a single dime on YouTube. I didn't even know you could actually earn money off it. But if your YouTube channel, as it's called, becomes big enough, you can get invited to a partnership with YouTube, and you can earn a few cents per view and click on your channel. YouTube didn't want to partner with channels uploading gaming videos due to copyright issues. But after a year, I finally became a partner through a network. I had at this time gotten quite a lot of viewers. Around 1 million people watched my videos each month. I got my first check from YouTube, and it was much more than I got from selling hot dogs. I will never forget that moment I realized I could make a living of what I love to do the most. My hobby could be my job. Weird and fantastic. Over the summer, I had also begun to talk with this Italian girl via my computer. We had never met. She was incredibly beautiful, and we talked almost constantly. As many Italians, she didn't really know English too well, so I had to wait around 20 minutes for a reply to my messages. She'd gotten to know my videos through a friend who told her to watch this idiot play video games. Apparently she liked that idiot. And I liked her a lot as well. But I know it didn't mean anything unless we actually met. If it was something that I learned at this point, it's that if you want something, grab it. Otherwise, you'll just regret yourself. So, after barely 2 months, I decided to travel to Italy to visit her. I hadn't traveled alone before, and we hadn't even spoken directly to each other. Sure, we had to send each other video messages, but that was it. What if I had been fooled and a 40-year-old man was waiting for me in Italy? Everything about this was so absurd that I didn't even tell anyone that I was going away. I just left a note in the kitchen, and told them I couldn't watch the dog anymore, because the deal was that if I couldn't keep a real job, I was going to walk the dog during lunch. A task I handled miserably, despite the fact that I love dogs and have 2 pugs of my own right now. This was the most crazy thing I've done in my entire life. I could barely sit still on the plane down to Italy. What the hell was I doing? Her parents didn't speak English, so I learned a couple of Italian phrases to communicate. Nice to meet you, my name is Felix. Piacere di conoscerti, il mio nome è Felix. She was waiting with a friend at the arrivals gate, more beautiful in real life than in the videos she'd sent me. She could still technically be a man, but phew, what a relief. After that, we had a 2-hour trip to her place. It was silent, awkward, hot, and sweaty. What had I gotten myself into? I was repeating the Italian words in my head. Piacere di conoscerti. Il mio nome è Felix. We finally arrived at her parents' place, and her parents got outside to say hi. This was it. This was the moment. I reached forward to greet the dad and freeze up immediately. Piacere conoscerti Felix? After around half an hour, the parents were heading off, and we went up to her room. There, we shared a kiss for the first time.
This is the first day of my life. I think I was blind before I met you. And I don't know where I am, I don't know where I've been, but I know where I want to go.
First day of my life, bright eyes. In Italy, everything became clear to me. For the first time in my life, I was exactly where I wanted to be, doing exactly what I wanted to do. After 2 of the best weeks of my life, it was finally time to go home. At this time, YouTube was still in its early stages, and most things around it was badly kept. My paycheck was completely based on how many views my videos got each month, and I didn't even know who actually gave me the money I was paid. I didn't have a contact at YouTube or anywhere else, and the only thing I could do was to cross my fingers and hope for the best. But since YouTube now was work for me, I could put down more time and effort into it. And it gave results. My channel was growing, and it was growing fast. For me, the sky was the limit. I was gonna be the biggest. I never told anyone that, but that was always the dream. All the numbers and all the statistics pointed towards further growth. My fans was with me and was just as psyched as me, seeing how the channel was growing and growing. The biggest name on YouTube had already millions of subscribers. It would take years for me to catch up to them, even more to become bigger than them. They also grew faster than me. My dream seemed impossible to reach. But after a while, hundreds of thousands subscribed to my channel. I realized that if my channel was going to continue to grow at the same speed, people not liking my videos would want to have their things to say. Trolls and haters would have room to voice their opinion. I'd seen how people on the internet handle critique and hate on their pages, especially many female bloggers that were very popular in Sweden at the time. Bloggers who'd started out with great confidence and were attacked and had to defend themselves, taking up more space online. Some of them broke, others changed, few had the energy and patience to hold their ground. But all of them had to defend themselves, stand their grounds instead of moving forward. Some of it might have been fun, sassy, or good for getting clicks, but it was often only a spiral, breeding more hate and something I didn't want to take part in. Earlier, it was just me and my fans living in a perfect harmony. Now there was my fans and people who didn't like what I was doing. I was turning into these young female bloggers. I thought I was ready for the storm, but the amount of hate you can get after posting one video online is overwhelming. Murder threats, publicizing my address, false articles that I've been abusing my girlfriend, all bad things you can say about a person. I've heard it 1,000 times. Online hate and trolls is a fact if you become a public person online. Sure, I'm far from perfect and I've tried to better myself, but no matter, it's something to be ignored and nothing that should stand between you and your dreams. Once I found something that I love to do, it doesn't matter. Nothing or no one can stop me. That's how it's always been, and you gotta live with it. Success always comes at a cost. Making dreams come true isn't cheap. It's just something you got to learn to accept. Now, 4 years later, this is completely meaningless. The only thing that matters is what my fans think. Back then, with my 100,000 subscribers, it was only inspiring to realize that so many was just as dedicated to my videos as I was. The haters? Screw them.
Some people say that rappers don't have feelings. We have feelings.
We have feelings.
Some people say that we are not rappers.
We're rappers.
That hurts our feelings.
Hurts our feelings.
I got hurt feelings. I got hurt feelings.
I feel like a prize asshole. No one even mentions my casserole.
The tears of a rapper.
These are the tears of a rapper now.
These are diamond tears of a rapper.
These are the bulletproof 24-karat gold tears of a rapper.
Hurt feelings, Flight of the Conchords. It became more and more obvious that even though my numbers might not be as big as Hollywood celebrities and pop stars, I had power to make a difference thanks to the dedication of my fans. They were much closer to me, and that's why I became bigger and had bigger impact than most big-name celebrities. So why not use that power for something good? It wouldn't cost me a single dime, and therefore it felt obvious. There was this competition called King of the Web, where people voted for a winner who would get 7,500 US American dollars. I decided to take part in it, and if I won, I would donate the money to the World Wildlife Foundation and their campaign Save the Tigers. I uploaded a video, asked people to vote, and instantly got to the top of the competition. Success! But at the same time, the then biggest gamer on YouTube decided to enter the race with the goal to win, but to keep the money for himself. His channel was also 10 times bigger than mine. It was over. There was no way I was gonna beat him. But, like I told you, my fans are incredibly dedicated and they really wanted me to win. They spread the word about the competition and it seemed like I had a shot after all. And after a week, I was leading the competition yet again. Unbelievable. I couldn't believe it when I saw it on my phone, which I was refreshing every 10 seconds. But the day after that, another YouTuber from Brazil decided to enter the race, backed by his millions of followers, and beat us all. My earlier competitor dropped out and told people to vote for me, but with no avail. No one actually wanted this Brazilian guy to win. He was trash talking and spewing gal all over us and wrote, "Tigers are for girls." And all our efforts were for nothing. But the month after that, a new competition showed up. I entered, and this time I won. And the Tigers got their money in the end. It was an incredible feeling to donate that amount of money, and much more than I've spent or even had in my life before that. It was now that I learned that it's easier to criticize the ones that stand up and try to do something than those that passively sit down and do nothing. A lot of people criticize my charity goal and accuse me of keeping all the money for myself. A ridiculous idea. I understood then that it doesn't matter really what I do. There's always going to be the haters. This charity business was something I really wanted to continue to do. It felt so good. But I'd rather not fight other people about it. During my years on YouTube, I've had 3 other charity drives so far. One for Save the Children, one for Charity Water, and one for St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. All in all, me and my fans have collected over $1 million to charity, which is staggering. Of all the things I've done, this is what I'm most proud of.
And we'll stop where we'll always begin. And we'll stop like we'll always begin. Where we'll always begin.
Where you belong, Dream End. I would like to call myself entrepreneur philanthropist and continue to invest more in the future to see a change for the better in the world. It's easy to say and hard to do, but I have the chance and I want to take it. Sure, having 29 million subscribers to your YouTube channel is not a common thing, but for me, it's not what counts. What counts is what I can actually reach out and tell my audience. I've got a huge young audience, 14 million watch me every day, and I can read in the comments how they tell me and everyone else that they donated money for the first time. To get young people to care about other humans and get them to understand that the world is not too big for everyone to do something, that gives me a purpose. I play games and make videos because it's fun, but the knowledge that it can also make a difference is what makes the fun and games important. Many of you probably associate YouTube with so-called viral videos. Videos that become instantaneously immensely popular, but die just as quickly. The sneezing panda, or the piano-playing cat, Gangnam Style? I've never had a video go viral or any overnight hit. My way has been slowly but surely building a base of fans that watch my videos on a daily basis. It might seem easy to sit by the computer and play games all day long, but video games are about 5% of the real job. The rest is to edit and plan, keep up to date with the new games that are being released. I like to be first with the latest. Reply to emails and other social media. YouTube and my fans are in my thoughts 24/7. I haven't had a single full day off since I started my YouTube career 4 years ago. Because I do all the work myself, some days my work takes 18 hours, some days half of that. And a lot of people ask me why I don't just hire someone or take someone in to help me. Take care of all your social media pursuits, answer all your emails, and a manager to take care of your business. Every day, hour, and minute, I get suggestions and invites from sponsors, video game companies, journalists, expos, and other people and places that want PewDiePie to be seen in other places than on YouTube. Some things seems like fun. I actually had stormtroopers from Star Wars in my house the other day through a charity project together with Disney. I'm gonna challenge these guys for charity, for Force for Change, because even stormtroopers have hearts. You don't want to stare at me.
I don't want to stare at you.
Oh, man, do you want that? No,
I don't want to stare
Why
at
are
you.
you following? Oh, man. I think we're in trouble.
But all of this takes too much of my time, and PewDiePie demands my full attention. My success can't destroy my actual business. I don't need more attention or more money. All PewDiePie needs are his fans.
Everything is A-okay. Yep. Because I'm strong as ain't no AK. And oh, my money don't grow on trees. And I'm B-R-O-K-E. I'm extra broke, yo. Everything is A-okay. Yep. Because I'm strong as ain't no AK. And oh, my money don't grow on trees. And I'm B-R-O-K-E. I'm fucking broke, y'all.
YouTube is about having a close connection with your audience. That's the reason they want to come back day after day and spend time with me and watch my videos. I put a lot of myself in my videos when I'm editing them. If I would hand that job over to someone else, the videos would lose me. That is the whole idea. What you see on YouTube is me. Just me. Not me and my producer, writer, cameraman, and so on. That's the key to success on YouTube. At least what I think is the key. But yeah, there's a lot of hard work and many late nights because of it. But if your job is what you like to do the most in the world, you don't need to work an entire day in your life. And that is true for me. I upload videos twice per day. It can be anything really. A vlog, which is a kind of video diary or a blog. A skit or a sketch. But often it's some kind of game video or gameplay. I started on YouTube playing horror games. I'd found my niche appeal and noticed my channel was growing quickly. Earlier, a lot of people watched my videos, but few actually cared what I was saying or doing. Then I started to play the horror game Amnesia: The Dark Descent. I was frightened and scared for real, and I thought if I was going to suffer through this nightmare, I might as well record myself doing it.
Alright. Of course. Yeah! Run to the door!
This way, Billy! Of course! Left! Alright, I'm going! Oh, fuck, is he after me? Don't look back, Billy! I'm serious! Don't look!
No! I couldn't click it, I knew it! You, oh no. He locked me up, didn't he?
And for the first time ever, my viewers asked me for more episodes and more videos, which hadn't happened before, and I got that I was on the right track. And that's the path that I followed. Listening to my fans. It's not harder than that.
Run, whirlwind run.
Girls Like You, the Naked and Famous. I live in England nowadays. Me and my girlfriend had to leave Italy because we couldn't get a good internet connection anywhere. It took me too long to upload my videos. When we were going to move, we made a list of our criteria and started to Google. Close to a big city, in a not too big and not too small city, by the sea, and ability for a stable, high-speed internet connection. Result: Brighton, UK. Now we have settled down here with our 2 pugs in a 2-bedroom apartment flat. We make our videos. My girlfriend has her own channel called PewDiePie, Marzia, and watch a lot of movies together. Spend time together, exist, and work on what we love. This is now. Later, I don't know. Maybe I'll take up art again. I had an exhibition at my grandma's gallery 4 years ago and sold every single piece. For the money I got, I bought my first real computer, and that's how it all began. I might do something completely different. There's so much to choose from, but PewDiePie can't exist forever. There's also so much I want to talk about. PewDiePie opened a lot of doors for me, but at least I know which road I will go down. The most fun one. Even though I worked hard to get where I am, it's been a lot of luck and timing, and one cannot forget this fact. And I'm humble in front of that fact, but I'm the most humble in front of my fans. Without them, nothing of this would have been possible. It's weird looking back 4 years in my life when everything felt boring and meaningless, and sit here today, playing video games and trying to make a difference. It's almost scary, but nice. I went down a path I didn't know existed and benefited from it. If I would have finished university, I would probably be stuck at a job I didn't want. But people still get fired from jobs they don't even want. You can fail at something you didn't want to do, so why don't you fail doing something you actually want to do? Jim Carrey said that. Didn't you, Cloud Nothings?
There we go. Yeah! Oh! Oh! The backhand slap. I practiced years for this. My father told me. Oh god. Ah, come on. No! Oh well, I tried. I tried so hard. And in the end, it doesn't even matter. So, I've finished playing for this video. Now I'm going to be doing the heavy work of editing the videos down. But first, I need to finish recording my outro that I always do. Otherwise, it's not PewDiePie. It's interesting how habitual my fans and subscribers are. Despite the fact that YouTube is a fairly new channel to consume media, the watching itself is extremely conventional. If I change anything out of the format, there's a huge uproar about it. For example, I always have a square picture frame around my face in my videos when I play. And some time ago, I changed that to a semicircle instead of a square. And the comments below went insane. But I love this commitment. Even upset feelings are important in every relationship. Even though so many people follow me, many more than I will ever be able to meet in real life, we have a close friendship. I sit alone by my computer, and that's exactly how many of my viewers are sitting and doing. That's how we can get so close. It's not like heading to a sports bar with a group of friends watching the game and cheering together. This is something we do alone, and being alone is what brings us closer together. We need to give and take to work together. I like that. We mirror each other. We complement each other. I say fans, but actually I call them bros. I think fans sound kind of superior and presumptuous. I love them and I need them to love me back. So actually, I'm also their fans. I want to be with them, not above them. And that's why bros sounds better. So with that, I'm ending my video in my normal way. By the way, this is my 2020th video. Alright bros, thank you so much for watching. Go ahead and leave a like if you enjoyed, and I will see you, as always, in the next one. Here's a brofist for you. 1, 2, 3, brofist.
The roads are the dustiest, the winds are the gustiest, the gates are the rustiest, the pies are the crustiest, the songs the lustiest, the friends the trustiest, way back home, sweet home.
Way back home, Bob Crosby and the Bobcats. That was all I had to say, Felix Kjellberg or PewDiePie. I wasn't alone in my studio today. For me, this has been a huge recording session. We've been 3 people working on this. Johan Egeskog was sound technician, and Henrik Jonsson has been producer. Naturally, this show is available in Swedish online. You can download the entire show as a podcast on www.sverigesradio.se/PewDiePie. Thank you for listening to me for so long, and thank you for giving me the chance to tell my story. That was all I had to say. Have a great summer, and I'll see you online. You ready? Brofist.
That was an English version of the Swedish radio show Sommar i P1 with Felix Kjellberg, more commonly known as PewDiePie. Due to copyright reasons, the music in the program was abridged.